So, the 31.5 PTB had to get pushed back one day due to some unknown circumstances, and apparently it's not affecting the actual launch of 31.5, but we're going to look at the patch notes so you know what's on the PTB for 7.7.0. But before we do that, welcome back, Deadites and Ghost Beaters, and if you're new to the channel, I am Oldhead Gaming, and if you want to stay up to date on all the latest horror news, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, let's hop over to the patch notes. We're going to break those down, and then I want to hop into the actual PTB and take a look at the store because of all the changes. Otherwise, though, I don't think I'm going to play a lot on the PTB because I don't want endless Twins games. Important, we save data from two. All right, looks like April 1st is the cutoff. No biggie. All right, new features. Note, the order to test the new store, players will receive 6K RX cells on the PTB. Both RX cells and purchases made on PT will not transfer the live. So yeah, we can play shop. This sounds like fun. The new store is available, replacing the previous one. Featured page, latest releases and chapters. Weekly gift allows players to claim free rewards during multiple weeks. If activated, rewards are renewed per week, meaning the unclaimed ones are discarded when the week is reset. Specials page, a dedicated page to show all special offers currently in game. Collections page, house of all collections that exist in the game and show their content. Players can also unlock cosmetics directly from there. Bundles page, showcasing special bundles available for unlocking. Chapter bundles previously known as DLC chapters, new DLC packs. Bundles can be opened to review their content before unlocking them, although not yet in this case of DLC packs. Killers and Survivors dedicated wardrobes, now separated in independent pages. For killers and survivors that allow a quick mix and matching of characters and cosmetics. Mix and match specifics. Players can now select characters and cosmetics without having to equip them immediately. Click on an option allows players to preview the character or the cosmetic. Selecting the character or equip the cosmetic confirms the choice. Being able to preview allows players preview pieces of different locked and unlocked cosmetics, mixing and matching options to try them out before unlocking them. Players can now filter their cosmetics with different options and are able to show all the options that are currently available, previewing perks, powers, and mores. Players can now open a little section that displays the power and perks of any character is currently selected, allowing them for a smoother way to review and compare the character's gameplay. Players can now preview every killer's mori, including with mix and match outfits. This way, players can check out how the cosmetic choice are going to look during the mori. Visceral outfits are going to show their own version of the character's mori. That's kind of like everything that's coming to the game, of course, and Naughty Bear. Bio pages for characters. These were made as part of the character wardrobes. They showcase the character's lore, height, speed, terror radius, power, and perks removed to the character's perks and power window. Commons. Unlocking all is now done with press and hold mechanic to allow confirmation process to feel free of pop-ups. The section for allowing more RX cells can now be accessed through the store, and it can also be accessed by clicking RX cells counter on the top right of the screen. Kill switched options are going to be available for unlocking, yet we are making sure to communicate it will pop up for players to confirm to proceed. Search bars have been included in most sections to allow finding characters, collections, and cosmetics easier. Add a celebration pop-up to better communicate the players have unlocked content or earned a reward at the store. Shrine of Secrets was taken out of the store and placed in the characters' lobbies to be closer to the loadout and Bloodweb. And the layout of the update is easier to read and use, provide key information without the need to hover over any perk. Actually, I really like all of this. The store has been so stagnant for so long, and we are going to show that in the video once we're done with the patch notes. Match details menu. Match details menu now allow players to review perks. During a match, when opening the match details menu, escape on computers, players can see their equipped perks. Hovering over the perks offerings allow players to see the tooltips and read their description. Now, the big content in the mid-chapter is the entire Twins rework, and I'll break that down for you. Victor's pounce no longer latches onto healthy survivors. This is brand new. Victor can no longer be kicked after successfully pouncing attacks which do not latch onto a survivor. Also new. Victor's pounce now latches on survivors when they are put in a dying state. While Victor is attached, the survivor cannot return to the injured state. Other survivors can crush Victor during this time to help the survivor. Victor automatically returns to Charlotte after 20 seconds. So this is going to be interesting. While Victor is attached to the survivor or holding a survivor in a locker, Charlotte gains 10% haste. This bonus is lost when hitting the survivor. Visual terror radius accessibility setting will now include Victor's grunts. Victor will now glow red whenever he is vulnerable for being crushed, white when he is not vulnerable being crushed. So you know if you can kick him or not. Add the ability to recall Victor at any point while he is unbound. Added the ability to switch between Victor and Charlotte near a hooked survivor at a slower rate. Add a new icon represent the moment when Victor can be recalled. Victor no longer reveals survivors with killer's instinct when he is latched on. Decrease the time it takes to unbind Victor at 0.7 seconds was 1. Decrease the time it takes to switch back to Charlotte to 1.5 seconds, which was 3. That is a huge drop. Decrease the time it takes Victor to pounce to 0.85 seconds was 1. Increase the cooldown for Victor to come back after being crushed to 10 seconds was 6. I'm not sure that trade-off is really good enough. Like, this seems like twins are going to be extremely suffocating, but we'll see what happens once the PTB goes live and they get a chance to review it. But I'll be honest, I don't see any of this making it into the actual game. Add-ons. Tiny fingernails decrease Victor's unbind by 33% was 50, and toy sword does this decreases the pounce by 10% was 20. Rusted needle pounce in attacks inflict hemorrhage until healed. This is a rework. Sewer sludge decreases survivor's crawl speed by 25% when Victor is attached. Also a rework. Silence and cloth now triggers when Victor is crushed. This is a adjustment. Weighty rattle pounce attack inflicts broken for 60 seconds. Rework iridescent pendant each time Victor injures a survivor with a pounce attack. Increase Victor and Charlotte's movement speed by 2%. This can only reach a maximum of 8. This effect is lost when putting the survivor in dying state. Also a rework. All right, they did a little bit more work to Blight. They seem to just keep switching him around. I think the problem was Blight was so good for so long, they don't know how to make him like not just pure S tier. Improved collision detection to reduce the cases where Blight slides off objects. Shredded notes decrease time to recharge a rush token by 0.3 seconds. Remove the downside. Okay, summoning stone increase the initial rush duration by 1 second. And Soul Chemical increased the initial rush by 10%. These were both reworks. They were reworked last time, so like I still feel like they don't know what to do with Blight. Perk, ultimate weapon now activates for 15 seconds, was 30. Now reveals survivors' aura for 3 seconds instead of causing them to screen, showing their position. Increased cooldown to 80, 70, 60 seconds was 40, 35. No more scream with ultimate weapon, so even if you reveal the aura, they're not going to scream and be interrupted. So Calm Spirit no longer works against ultimate weapon. It's back to distortion. Decisive Strike increased the stun duration to 5 seconds was 3 and added a new animation on a successful strike. So now you stab them. I'm for this. I think Decisive Strike being nerfed out of existence was bad for survivors, but that was just my opinion. And I play both sides, so I play killer and survivor. Adrenaline. Burst of speed now lasts 3 seconds instead of 5. No longer paused when on hook carried after the gates are powered. And no longer wakes you up from nightmare. I think this is okay. I don't think adrenaline's nerfed into the ground. I never understood why, like, if you were hooked, it was just like a pause. That never made sense to me. And waking up from the nightmare, like, who the fuck plays Freddy anymore anyway? So, like, I think this is fine. Environments and maps. Haddonfield again. The map has been difficult for players to enjoy. I hate it there. We made the decision to update it, prioritizing gameplay quality. The length of the street was reduced. The line of sight blockers have been added in the street. Remove the closed houses. Reduce the amount of tiles in the map. Added gameplay and blockers on the border tiles. And added openings in the main house to improve the navigation and the gameplay. The perk tiles have also been revisited. Gameplay mechanics. The unhook interaction may no longer be canceled partway to avoid being able to keep someone on the hook maliciously. And the generator damage interaction has been reviewed so that the generator is actually damaged close to the point where it hits to prevent accidentally letting go of an input early. All right, your bug fixes. Audio. Fix an issue that caused pod breaking sound effect being heard by the killer at any distance. Maps and environments. Fix an issue that crashed bus where the characters could not vault. Fixed an issue on the shack of Greenville Square where the killer could not hit through a visual blocker. And fixed an issue on Lampkin Lane where the zombies and nemesis could not navigate to that map. Bots guard will no longer get stuck on stairs. Characters. Fixed an issue that caused survivors that have a higher than Victor's head to be blind. Fixed an issue that caused the exegate entity spikes to disappear if Victor leaps on a survivor near the exegate when Charlotte was also near. Fixed an issue that caused the killer instinct aura to show during the twins' Mori if Victor is nearby. Fixed an issue that caused Victor and the Nemesis zombies not to be destroyed by the head-on perk. Fixed an issue that caused punishments score event to be granted when hitting a hook survivor with punishment of the damn attack. Fixed an issue that caused bear traps to float. Man, they're still going on? Man, the floating bear traps, man, they've just been around forever. Fixed an issue that caused killers to play the normal vault animation start falling too early when vaulting into a drop. And fixed an issue that caused killers to fail to blinded by firecrackers and flashbangs when down by a survivor in front of the killer. We also had a UI fix. Fixed an issue where killers could see random grade displays of their score on the tally screen. Perks. Fixed an issue that caused the Scourge Hook Gift of Pain to fail to apply more than once. Miscellaneous. Fixed an issue where players were not disconnected from their party when closing the game, and fixed an issue where players could not block other players. We still have one known issue, and that is placeholders are present on the Grizzly Bear Skull Mask, including its variant. So there you have it. We're going to hop in now, and we're going to take a look at what this store actually looks like. So as we log in, you can see we got the 6,000 RXLs that we can spend. The store has a refresh date. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, so as you can see, featured right now is these particular skins. You can kind of scroll through them. Oh, look at a good old Oni Minotaur. There you can see like what they look like. Samurai Eddie. So all of these skins are available. You can see what parts. If you want to unlock the set, RXLs are there. So that's kind of cool. Featured characters are down here. Now, as you can see, mine have my actual look to them because of my, but like, if you need to buy characters, they're there. Featured bundle, the All Things Wicked chapter, and here's the free gift. So my free gift was 300,000 blood points. Yay. And then this will reset in 5 days. Here's your get RXLs. Here's your redeem code if you were going to install a code. Yeah, killers and survivors. Kind of see what you're missing. Specials. Here's the specials of what's on sale. And then you can see how long that timer runs for. Oh, this is so convenient. So, like, if I wanted to buy outfits that are on sale, I never can find them. Now I can just be like, oh, here, cool, I'll take that. Collections. Oh, Gold and Silk collection. Okay, here's everyone in that. That's on sale. Resident Evil. And it actually shows you, like, how many you have of each of these collections. Like, none of the Biopunk, none of Slipknot, none of Neon Knight. Okay. I like this. Lunar New Year. I have so many. This is really, really cool. There's the Hooked on You. We have all the Trickster, but we're missing one piece of... Okay. This is actually really nice. What's the bundles look like? Weekly charm bundle. Okay, so like if I wanted these charms that were brought back, that's 100 cells. Looks like we're looking at like 50. Oh, wow. This is actually really good. So like this outfit, so this bundle is the developer's choice. It would be these 3 charms and these 2 skins, like for 1,500 cells. Is that it? Like, that's an absolute steal. Like, some of these bundles might actually be pretty solid. Like, we'll buy that. Yoink. And as you see now, we hold it. Your bundle's about to unlock. Gotta hold it again to make sure you wanted it. Okay. All right, well, I guess it doesn't work. The 80 suitcase bundle. Okay, if you wanted those skins, that... you just buy it. I think it does. I mean, they gave us 6,000 cells to buy stuff, but I can't actually buy anything. Is someone actually disabled? So like, I like this. So showing like skins that are. I thought you could look by like survivors. So like, if I go to, oh, I have to go to customization. So if I click on like Michaela Reed. Let's go Steve. If I click on Steve, this is my current Steve, then I can go to customization and be like, oh, I want to buy Scoops Ahoy. Or I want to buy entire outfits. Oh, by sets, sorry. They're sets. So say, for example, I wanted to buy the Scoops Ahoy. Oh, it will let me buy, like, individual things, but not, like... So I can play as Scoops Ahoy Steve again. Okay. It just won't let me buy the bundles right now. Or if I wanted to play as, you know, something for... If I wanted to get the Rose Marigold set for... It would just buy them. Okay. Gotcha. This is kind of cool. This is actually really awesome. I kind of like what we're going on. I hope the free gifts are going to be better than just like a bunch of blood points every week, but you never know. Getting RXLs. I like it. I actually really like it. So I like to see the bundles. I like what we get from it. I think some of these bundles are going to be really good. Like this bundle right here for 1,500 subs was actually really good with both the chicken and the Maurice skin. Plus, there's some things that could be really solid with this. And there you have it. If you want to go back and check out some of the stuff in the store, this looks like a really, really good update. I do have some interesting ideas about what we're going to see in bundles, but I like it. I like the way they're presenting the store, which is a big part of Dead by Daylight. They're always releasing new outfits. They're always putting stuff on sale, but putting stuff on sale was always impossible to find unless you went from character to character to see if they had something that you wanted. And I like what they're doing with this. I like the free gifts. I feel like there's no downside, even if it is just blood points like it was on mine, where I got 300,000. I don't know if it's just one for everyone or it's going to be different people's until it actually goes live, because I sure we'll all collect our free gift on that launch on the 23rd. And then we'll be like, all right, is it new? Is it not new? Is it the same for everyone? I'm excited to see where they go with that. I am not going to do a PTB stream this time. As I said earlier, I just don't want to play endless matches against twins. It just sounds like a not fun time because every killer is going to be playing twins and every survivor is going to be going against twins, and it just sounds awful. And I don't want any part of it. Let me know, though, what do you think of this update? Do you think this mid-chapter is going to be good for the game? Do you think it's bad? How do you feel about that twins update? Of course, they tweaked our friend Blight again. And by friend, I mean every survivor's bane of their existence that's not named Nurse. I don't know. I have some mixed feelings on this. I don't think all those twin changes are going to reach live on the 23rd, but we're going to know sooner rather than later. The PTB is up and running, and the day that they delayed to make sure whatever was not working is fixed is not going to affect the actual drop of DBD Chapter 31.5, which means it won't have any future effect on the anniversary coming up in the summer. So I'm pretty happy. I think we're in a really good place. They just announced that the tome will drop on the same day, and it's going to be Zarina and Artist, which is kind of a surprise because everyone thought it would be the cast of All Things Wicked. So I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and later, mates.